Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Technical Tips with Hassan. I hope you all are well and doing good. I have started this series of LFCS, and if you are new to this channel, I would like to ask you to follow my previous videos, and then you come on to this video so that you have an idea what are we doing here and what are the tools which we are using to perform these operations, and you will understand the things. So I would suggest you to follow the previous videos, and I would also like to ask you to subscribe my channel and hit the like button and the bell icon as well, so that you will be notified on the next upload. So thank you very much guys for joining me, and today's we have the agenda of this is our agenda, and it is very important. So we have sed command which we have to cover, we have to compare, and different command. So we compare two files and their content, and also the VI editor, it's also very important, and we have to get our hands on to these tools and commands. So without any delay, I would like to start. So before I start, I would like to ask you that what tools are we using. So first of all, we are using the VirtualBox, where we have installed one CentOS distribution virtual machine, and if you don't know how to install it, please watch my lab setup lecture and you will definitely understand. And then we have the terminal from where we accessing this virtual machine. We SSH to this virtual machine, and now we are performing the operations here. Now we can do it from the actually virtual machine as well, and we can perform these tasks. The problem is that sometimes it's slow from the virtual machine, and the commands are slower because this is a very small virtual machine, I think, with 2 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of storage, as it is of course for the test purposes. So we are not using a very high performance machine here. So you can use this terminal as well, but I would suggest you to use the MacBook terminal, or if you have the Windows, you can use the bash, you can install the bash terminal there. So sorry, so we can start now, and the first one, so sed command actually. So sed command is actually a command, actually it stands for the stream editor substitute command, which we used for a lot of operations, as you can read as well. We can we can use it for searching, we can use the replace of the text or insert or delete the text, and we really but very common operation which we use on this command is the substitutions or find or replace. So that's what it is exactly. As I mentioned before, that the lectures would be particularly based on the practical labs, definitely. So we will start working on this, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. So here we are actually log into our virtual machine here with this IP. Of course, this is a private IP. I will cover the networking section of the Linux as well, and I am logged in as root. Okay, and we have the LFCS directory here, and we are working in this directory. Okay guys, so we have the file called cities.pdf. It's a PDF file, and now if we see the content, the cat command which I already showed you in our previous lecture. So you can see that we have a different cities of the world and the countries. Okay, from Berlin, from Germany, Alaska, from United States, New York. I think Alaska is a state, not the city, but anyways, just for the learning. New York is the US, Delhi from India, Islamabad from Pakistan, Brussels from Belgium. So these are all the cities and the countries. So that's not important what are the countries, and the important is the text. So how can we play with the texts, and how we can manipulate the text, how we can make the changes. So the first one is if we want to replace a word or a character from a file. Okay, so for example, if I say cat to cities, and I want to replace, for example, I want to replace the word France with for example with England. Okay, so for example, if I want to do this, what is the command? So I say sed substitute, and I want to change France, so I'll type France, and to whom I change with is the England, and I want to change it globally. Globally mean in all file, wherever is the France, change it with England. So I go to city, and now you see wherever we have the France, now it's showing as England. Okay, now if I say cat, okay, and if I say cities, we still have France here, it's not changed. Okay, so if we want to make it a permanent change, we can use -i. Okay, now it's changed permanently. Now if we see cat, you can see we have the England. Okay, so England is in the text file. So actually it's not the same as it is, so we will change it back. Okay, England. Okay, so we have back to France now, because these cities are from the France. Okay, anyways, so this is what it is. So next one is if we want to remove a word. Okay, if we want to remove a word, how can we do it? So for this, the command is sed and substitute, and the word, so what we want to remove, for example, if we want to remove, for example, France again, France, and if we to with the empty, so what we do, sorry, I forgot the S here. So I want to remove France, and I will leave this part or this string as empty, and I want to remove it as globally. Okay, and you will see that you have the cities here now. You see that there is no France here now. Okay, and if we get again to cities, see France is still there, and to make it permanent, we will do is the -i. So you can see if I do -i, it will remove everything, but I'm not gonna remove the France from here. It's just to let you know. Okay, so the next one is delete a line with a particular name, for example. Okay, so delete a full line, it means. Okay, so for example, here I want to remove all lines which contain Ireland. Okay, so for that, my command would be the sed here, and so Ireland. So it will remove, so for basically it will remove all the line, the full line, not only the Ireland word, but the full line which contains the Ireland word. Okay, so that's what it is. So cities, so now you see that we don't have lines which contain Ireland. Okay, but if we see cat and do as same, Ireland is still there. So to make it permanent, as you know, we have to type sed-i, and it will make it permanent solutions. Okay, so the next one is to delete the empty line. Okay, so that's important and interesting one. So we don't have any empty line, so we just go there and create some empty lines. So for example, I say and you see that I create the empty lines here. Okay, so if I say cat now, just to verify the changes are there, so it's called, we have the empty lines in between New York, Delhi, Islamabad, and Brussels. So we have the empty line. So to delete the empty lines, so we have sed cap is shift 6 cap start with nothing and dollar means ends with nothing, and delete it as it is. So now you see no empty lines there. You can see no empty lines there, but if we cat into it, we still have the empty line. So to make it permanent, as I mentioned before, still -I, and now if you say cat, the lines are gone. Okay, so don't worry about the commands. I'm gonna give these commands in the description so that you can easily follow it and you can note it in your notebooks to memorize it. So the next one is if we want to remove the first line. Okay, so if we want to remove the first line here, so if I say cat series, if I want to remove the Berlin line only, I'll say SED 1D, the first line, and the city's name. So you see now there is no Berlin line there. Okay, to make it permanent you have to type it -I. Okay, the Berlin is still there. Okay, because we didn't apply this command with -I. Now what if I want to remove the first 2 lines? Okay, so first 2 lines will be Berlin and Germany, so I want them to be deleted. I'm sorry, there is something wrong. Okay, there is something wrong. Let me see. I think if it's SED, you know, it's sometime as I mentioned before, we have a man command here, so we can use that. Simple is, it's very simple, and we may have found why we are having this issue. No, actually so let me try again. Could be a problem. So that's where it is, and if you say it's extra character after command, or if we have to remove, no, I have the expression 1. So what we did this one, so this removed the first line, and if we want to remove the second line, it should be 2D, but it's not. Anyways, I'll come back to this this command. I don't know what the problem is with it, but I will remove first and second line. Anyways, I'll come back to this. Okay, the second one is the if we want to remove tabs. Okay, if we want to remove tabs, okay, so what's all the tabs here? So if I cat cities here, and sorry again, cat cities here, no, it's the spaces in between. So we can see Berlin space Germany, Alaska space US. So what if we have tabs? We can create some tabs just to learn this. Okay, so if we say, for example, tab, okay, tab, 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 tab. You see that? These are the tabs there. So for example, if I want to remove the tabs there, so what command we can use? So to remove the tab, so we can say SED, and you'll say, for example, backslash and forward slash, so forward slash and backslash together, and then for tab we use T, and then globally, sorry, okay, so for globally remove from cities. So you see that all the tabs are gone from there. As I mentioned that before, that I actually put one space and 2 tabs there, but it's okay. So it removed all the tabs. But if we see cat to cities, you see the tabs are still there. To make it permanent, we'll say -I and it will be removed. So if we say cat cities, now it's removed. Okay, so the next one is, what if we want to view lines from a particular numbers range? So for example, you see that here, so we have these lines. Okay, I want to view, for example, from first line. Okay, so I want to print from the first to, so 1 2 3 4 5, so I want to print first 5 lines. Okay, you can view it this way. So SCD -N, so 1 2 1 2 5 P, and we can say CID cities. Okay, so you see that it print the first 5 lines there. Okay, so that's for the print command. Okay, the next one is, so what if we want to view the lines except from a particular range? Okay, so for example, I want to view the full file except the first 5 lines. Okay, so what I'll do is simply I'll say D, I'll remove N from here. So you see that it doesn't show the first 5 lines and show only the rest of the lines. Okay, so that's how we do it. Okay, the next one is, what if we want to delete a word from the whole file except one line? Well, that's interesting one. Okay, so for example, cat cities. Okay, for example, we have France here. Okay, so the France with Paris. Okay, I want to delete, okay, I want to delete this line and this line, both contain France. So I want to delete all lines which contain France except the Paris one. I don't want to delete the Paris one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll type SED 8, I'm sorry, SED, so what line number is it? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, yes, so 8, and marks exclamation, and then S, and then the name of the word France, and / substitute can this and cities. So now you can see, I'm sorry, it's replaced, actually it's replaced. So I want to replace, for example, with England. Okay, so you see that number 8 number line doesn't change. We have changed the rest of the 2 lines, but the number 8 line was not changed. So that's how exactly the SCD commands work. There could be more options as well online. You can have a look and check it. But for the, I would say for the initial start, I think that's pretty much you should know about the SCD command. Okay, so the next one is the compare and diff command. So that's very important one. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna create actually new file. So I'm in this, so I'll say vi and file file1, and for example, if I type so if I type the names, okay, HASAN RAZA, sorry, just quickly do this. So okay, so DAVID David Canny. Okay, and then the next one, for example, I say what, so Tom Hank. Okay, so this is the file which I have created as name as file1. I'll copy this text, I'll save this file. Okay, and this file is created. Now I want to create the second file, and I want to put the same content here. I want to make one change here, okay? And one change was I put, for example, another name, for example, Joe Biden. Okay, that's the US president. Anyways, so that's so we have two files here. Okay, now we want to compare these two files. Okay, sorry. So we have compared command. I would say file 1 and file 2. So I want to compare these. Okay, so what exactly here is happening? End of file on file 1. Okay, what's wrong with the file 1? Just to check. I think that's that's okay. So why is not okay? If we try diff, diff, yeah. So you see that diff command is working, as it mentioned that we don't have the Joe Biden there. So Joe Biden is the difference because it's not in the file 1. But for the compare one, I'm not sure why it's saying this. Let me check again. Compare. Maybe there's an option. So that's a good practice. When you can't, print. When your command doesn't work. Okay, so that you know this. So you can see there we have a different options here. So which we can use. So bytes. Quit, silent, help. So for example, if we type bytes, before I go more, quit, and so CMP, that's a very good practice actually, and that will help you in the exam when you don't know the things sometime, and you will practice this. So help and man command is very important command, so you can use. So for example, if we say B file 1 and file 2, so it still is the same thing. So why it's not working? So let's quickly check this. Okay, so we have these files. So if you see CMP file 1 and file 2, oh yeah, actually it is working. It is working indeed, because it says end of file on file 1. So that's the difference. So for example, if you say cat file 1, so you see, and if we do cat file 2, so that's what it's saying. So file 1 end of file difference. For example, so I will take it as, so if I say file 1, and if I say Tom Hank, if I say, for example, Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise, I'm not sure the spelling is right or not, but if we do it this way, yeah, you see that? So that's what it's saying. So line 3 is the difference, okay? Line 3 is the difference, and this much byte of difference is there. So that's actually, it is working as well. And if we see diff command here and file 1, no, and file 2, so that's what it's saying. You see that on line 3 it's Tom Cruise, we have Tom Hank on file 2, and we also additionally have the Joe Biden there. So there is no how you say that we don't have the comparing option in Windows. I'm not sure if you know this, but as per my information, I think there is no comparing option. So that was it from the comparing and diff command. It's very useful one if you want to do it. The next one, which I really want to show you, and it's very interesting and important topic. So that's the VI editor. So that's a text editor, and it helps you to create the files and create the data, and then you can edit that data, manipulate that data, and the text of the data. Okay, and it's a very useful tool. So I mean, VI editor is very useful. We have many other editors as well, ED, EX, Pico. Vim editor actually is very very important one. We can use that as well. And so these are the editors which we have, and nano as well. We have nano editor as well, which we usually use. But the VI editor is present in or available in most of the Linux distribution, and I think we can simply go on and we can play with it. So we can use the same file which is called cities. Okay, so can close this. I'm going to go into the VI editor, and I'm going to edit this file. We have this, okay, this cities file we have. Okay, so in this we can use different options. We can find text, we can delete, insert, move. Okay, so there are a lot of options there which we can use. So but the first of all which you have to understand, so there are two modes. Okay, we have a read mode and we have the insert mode. Okay, at the moment we have in the read mode. So in the read mode we can apply the Linux commands. Okay, don't worry about whatever I am saying, just listen to this and you will understand when I'll do the practical. Okay, so in read mode we can use the we can apply the Linux commands, but in the insert mode we can't. Okay, I want you to for example add another line here. So what is the insert operation? For that you have to type I. To type, after typing the I, you can see at the bottom it says insert. So now I can insert the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a line. So line called, for example, if I for example say I want to put another city of Ireland, Kilkenny. Okay, and now I will press escape to save this, because if I press any command, it will not work because we are in the insert mode. To get out of the insert mode you will press escape. Okay, now if you type anything it will not work. Now to save this file there are two options. Okay, one is Shift ZZ. Okay, and you can save that file. Okay, for example if I say Shift ZZ and now file is saved. If you verify that applied, yes, we have Kilkenny here. But if I go again into city and want to insert again a city of Ireland, for example, I say the city, or what city? So what if I want to put Cavan, Ireland? Okay, and now I'll press escape to get out of insert mode. Now I want to save it. The other way to save is the colon. You can see you press the colon down on the bottom, W, Q, and press enter. Now if you say cat cities, you can say Cavan is there. So there are two options. You can do it. Okay, next one is if you go into the file and accidentally you just insert some text which you don't want to be in. There are two options. You can say escape or press U to undo the changes. Okay, or the second option is if you press these text again and you get out of this file without saving. So you press colon, as you can see down, Q, marks exclamation, and press enter. And now if you say cat to cities, you will not find that text there. Okay, so that's how we insert and delete the text there. So insert and save, get out, insert mode, and apply the Linux command. Okay, look, there are very simple options. So if I say VI and cities, now you guys are thinking, why do we need do we need these Linux commands when we can simply go, for example, if I want you to remove all the Ireland word, or if I want you to find for example a Venus in here, or change one line, okay, you can do it, for example, simply in VI, but this is not the efficient way. You can simply use the Linux commands to perform these operations. So I'll explain you why I said this so quickly. So the next one is the find option. So if you want to for example find options, find, so for find you will press /, as you can see on the bottom, /, and then whatever word you want to find. So for example, you want to find Dublin, press enter. So you see the cursor is on Dublin now, okay? So it also used to find the commands as well, okay? The next one is if we go again into VI mode. So for example, you don't know how many lines are there, okay? What you can do is you can simply press colon and set number, set numbers. You can see that it's set the numbers as well, okay? So it's setting the numbers as well. Next one, if you really want to so there basically you can understand I command, okay? You have to understand escape button, okay? And then now I want to show you how you can delete, okay? So if we are in insert mode and I want you to remove, for example, the first 4 lines, for example, okay, and you will delete it this way, for example, it is deleting the first 4 lines, so till Alaska. That's not the efficient way. What if I want you to delete first 1,000 lines of the text file, or first 100,000 files of the text line? So that's not the efficient way, okay? So we will not save this, for example. Oh, sorry, you see that I'm still in the insert mode, so it's typing the command. So to get out of the insert mode, press escape and then press colon Q and I. It will not save it. And if you go to cities now, and the lines are still there. So if you go back again to the cities file and I want you to remove first 4 lines, for that you have to press 4 and D twice. See that it removed the first 4 lines. That's how it is, very simple, okay? The next one is, you see the Islamabad. I want you to, for example, I insert another word, okay? For example, I say COUNT or Y country, sorry, COUN country, city. So these are the 4 words there. I want you to remove first 2 words. If we do it this way, we can do it, pressed on MacBook, you can press F function button and backspace, or on Windows you can press, I think, backspace button or something. I'm not sure what command they use for this, but anyways, you can press that, but this is not the efficient way, okay? I want you to remove, for example, first 2 words. So you can say you can press 2 and DW. Oh, sorry, actually it's removed all, I think. So I quickly go back in, and okay. If I want to remove 2 words, so I'll say DW. You see, it removed 2 words, Pakistan and Islamabad. Okay. I say U. I want to remove first word only. I say DW, and it remove only first word. So that's what we use in this as well. Okay. So this is a very so you see that I use U command to undo my changes as well. Okay. So this is a very important one as well. You should really get your hands on to this. Okay, so the next command which I want to tell in here is if I remove this And if I want to, what it would be, okay, if I want to replace the text, so if I say percentage here, sorry, if I say I and percentage, actually it's not working for me, let me see. So if I say percentage S France with England, I think it should change. Yeah, you see that it changes the France with England. Okay, if you want to change, for example, percentage and as I want to change Ireland with, for example, Belgium with a lot of M's, so that we can see the difference. So you see that all of the Ireland's string have been changed. So this is actually very good exercise. Please practice this a lot, okay? And I will provide all these commands in the video's description. Please you can practice this. You can really get your hands on, because these commands will definitely come in the exam. So for example, from the SED, there's always 1 or 2 questions comes from SED. So practice this command. Sometimes they may ask you to compare 2 files and input to another file. For example, so if I say a difference, so for example, if I say diff file 1 and file 2, so they may ask you to differentiate file 1 and file 2 and put it in file 3. So you can put it in file 3. So you can press single this one as well, but double is to apprehend the text. So if you see ls, you see you have the file 3. If you scan to file 3, you will see this text is saved in the file 3. So that's exactly, I mean, that's how we manipulate texts, from VI editor or from SED editor. SED or SED is very important. So please have a look at it, and let me know if you have any question in the comment box. And again, I would say that please subscribe to my channel, okay, and hit the bell icon, hit the like button as well. It's really keep me up and keep me boosted to make more videos when you guys appreciate this. So it'll be great if you can subscribe my channel and hit the like button, and please share it with your friends as well, so that they can be benefits from there as well. So that's it from this video. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next videos. Till then, I wish you best of luck and enjoy Linux. Thank you very much.